Hello, Victorious Praise Church family, and to my YouTube family, and my Facebook family, and to my Lunch and Learn family. And no, I can't forget our Morning Manna family. All y'all getting up every morning at 6 a.m. joining me for prayer. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Listen, I wanted to come on as a special message to give us some special instructions as we prepare for our in-person services. Of course, we're doing registrations for a reason, and because we want to adhere to guidelines, and I'm going to explain all of that in just a minute, but I wanted to go over a checklist. Someone brought this to my attention, and I thought it was very apropos based upon my approach and our approach to our in-person services. Something as a stock reminder, one of our daycare parents contracted COVID-19, not at the daycare, at an outside function, but they interacted with all of our staff. So out of the abundance of caution and through the guidelines, our staff, the daycare staff, will be quarantining for the prescribed time. But it's a reminder to us that anything can happen, and therefore we will be prepared for anything that can happen. I asked you all at the beginning of this, when this whole thing happened, that we would operate in faith, not fear. Now, faith does not mean blind faith. You're just going to run head on, jump off the cliff, talking about God's going to get you. Jesus said, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. And so we are not just praying, but we're watching and praying. Faith is not the absence of fear. It is fear that have said its prayers, and prayer that is also watching. And so this is our approach. And so as we stated earlier, we're going to be doing all the deep cleaning over and over again. We will remain diligent. It is imperative. We've got the temperature gauges. We're going to be doing social distancing, encouraging mask wearing. This is vital for us so that we can worship together and protect each other. But in addition to all of that, the contactless entries and all of the things we want you to give online and all of those things. In addition to that, for the in-person services, someone brought to my attention something that we need to consider, and I'm going to be adding it to our registration pages moving forward, because every week we want you to register. Every week, and we want you to be conscientious of what I'm about to say right now. If you've had any of the following symptoms, because see, sometimes people can be asymptomatic, but if you had any of the following symptoms when it comes to the temperature, we want you to also consider these things. Have you had any fevers or chills, headaches, fatigue, muscle aching, sore throats, coughs, shortness of breath, congestion, runny nose, new loss of taste or smell, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea? Have you been in contact with someone who has contracted COVID-19 or coronavirus? Directly or indirectly, we're asking you to consider that before you enter into the in-person services, because although you may be asymptomatic, we want you to be conscientious of your brothers and sisters so that we can worship together. This is my passion, my desire. I'm excited about us coming back together. But not only are we going to operate in faith and not fear, we will not operate in ignorance. That was the second thing I said, but in knowledge. And so when I get more knowledge, I share that knowledge with you. I won't hide it, cover it up, or whatever the case may be, and I won't act like it's not there. So we're learning all of the information from the CDC and from the government and from even the city of Durham. And that's the reason why even in our attendance, we're only going at 25%, even though we're allowed to be 50% capacity. And finally, I said that we would operate in obedience, not defiance. The Bible says, obey them that have rule over you. Now, I didn't say that you couldn't speak truth to power, but at the end of the day, after you spoke it, you still got to fall in line. And that is our commitment. It is my commitment to give you knowledge, to keep you informed. We're going to follow every guideline that we are aware of. And then we're going to pray. And then we're going to trust God. And then we're going to believe God. So I'm looking forward forward to you all joining us in our in-person services. I'm looking forward to seeing some of y'all. Now, if you got any of them symptoms, we can wait 2 weeks. I'm still gonna love you, but we want you to keep everybody safe. We want to keep ourselves safe. So if you need to sit in for a week or 2 weeks before you come back, we'll be all right. And I'll love you when you get back. But for right now, we want everybody to follow the guidelines, to go through the checklist. And if you are ready and able and you want to join us, I can't wait. I'm excited about seeing some of you all that I ain't seen in 6, 7 months. So remember this as we prepare to come back. Don't just live life, live a victorious life and have an amazing day.